Yoga for Healing Warriors. Grand Abundant Rising. We're going to be talking signs and mantras. Synchronicities, patterns that maybe we should be paying close attention to this year, this month. I'm getting highly, continue to shine. Full moon in Cancer, that's 6-9, and a repeated pattern that I had seen, that's 6996. So repeated patterns and numbers are like master numbers, 55, 44, 33, 11, 22, things like that. To be in a Buddha mind and heart is important right now. Being aware of your surroundings, how you spend your currency, your energy. Earth and water and fire elements seem to be crucial, or like coming out a lot in the cards and the readings. And those are also signs that we're seeing below, like that as above, so below. We're seeing things occur on the earth and the water, things occurring with fires. There's a Uranus transit in Taurus. It was there 6 to 8 years, and we're going into Gemini. Okay. Pluto going into Aquarius. Things are coming to light, more of truths. There's an eclipse also occurring. Let's see. Pay attention for eclipse. Those eclipse moons and the full moons near around the eclipse. We have this moon that's coming up. That's the new snow moon, January 18th. We have a solar eclipse, an annular solar eclipse, around that same time. And I pulled these cards that have been coming out in the readings. This new moon, I am dreaming of a new beginning, new beginnings. The moon energy, Cancer again. We were talking about this is a time to express your feelings, your true emotions, not having lack in your confidence, because doing the opposite of that would be suppressing. This is a time to be fertile, embracing your emotions. Mother figures are key. Mothers are nurturers, earth element. And also 11th, 3rd, and 7th houses, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, air element, all of them are vital at this time as far as your unity, your relationships, who you're intimate with, who you're in balance with, recognizing those things, staying grounded in your root chakra. It's a time for learning, becoming more enlightened, with those disclosures and truths being more aware of, brought to light, being communicated. This is going to affect large groups and communities. This education, this enlightening that people will develop, starting to go within to do. Paying more attention to their relationships, how they spend their time, who they socialize with, thinking more in long-term goals. And this Uranus energy, I spark change and innovation. It's a time to create, to build, to color outside of the box. Winter Winter also has been coming out a lot, and we are in winter. This may be something that you may be dealing with, something that's going to last a year before it's completed. You may be in a cycle of transformation, growth. Maybe that's how long you will need in the beginning, at least 1 year of hibernation and going through your transformation in your cocoon, solo dolo, connecting with your guides and ancestors, sparking that change that causes the innovation. More air element, heavy air, heavy communication, becoming independent, progressing, a revolution. There will be some that rebel and detach, some that you will have to rebel against and detach from. Everyone will have their free opinion. Some will be patient, some will not. More Uranus energy on this Aquarius. Winter again. This is the season of I know. 11th house is associated with. Aquamarine or amethyst may be a good tools to use in your meditations. Pluto. I transform through my shadow, going within. I felt this energy a while back of something big, of a mass awakening occurring. And I'm feeling that that's getting even more closer. There's going to be some kind of disclosure that's going to just wake people up. Keywords, something that's going to just snap them into making them want to dig more deeper into more truths. Finding the disclosures themselves, not waiting for somebody to tell them something, but researching. During this transformation, taking your power back, having control, psychoanalyzing, thinking but coming up with answers, not thinking and just thinking and worrying. This thinking, this hibernation is solutions being found. Not thinking going into vain, not thinking and worrying, but thinking and finding solutions. Things that'll get downloaded as you release and let go of what does not serve you. Embracing the transformation, going with the flow of the change, not having to control the outcome, but having patience and trusting in divine, that blind faith. This is when you will learn true blind faith. Scorpio energy, I desire. Topaz and turquoise is helpful, beneficial. Water element, this is a time of death and transformations, judgment, where karma goes around and divvies out like the Santa Claus does their gifts. Either you get something good or you get a big hunk of coal. Well, karma's going around right now. Which side were you on, the naughty or nice? Judgment has been called, and that's been coming out in the readings also. Those wanting to use sexuality and passion, resistant transformations, thinking that they were being idealistic and they had time to go through this rebirth whenever they choose because of free will, not understanding, and overstanding what free will is all about. And there's a timeline, a time frame. The universe is not waiting for anyone, okay? So if you get those knocks and you keep on pushing them back, that's on you. That is your free will. You have to use your intuition. Those that have been working on themselves, healing, that intuition and discernment will magnetize. Your light will become magnetic. Those that love and hate you at the same time will be attracted. They'll be drawn to you, wanting to know, how'd you do that? How'd you ascend past this? This is also a time when you'll get more haters because you're not going along to get along. You're not being like them. You're being your individual self. And those that are afraid to be themselves will hate you for being able to. Throat chakra stands out immediately, speaking your communication of how you feel, when needed, how needed to be done. Second house, being aware of your possessions, what you possess spiritually and materially, investing in yourself, actually healing, investing in yourself, being your playful self, healing your childhood traumas, allowing that inner child to play, be creative, will help in your abundance. That's part of your gifts. It's not something that's just going to drop out of the sky. Oh, I hit the lottery and you don't even play the lottery. It's about having those gifts and those skills and having that protection to be able to do that. For a lot, it may be using your throat chakra, speaking your truth. Keywords: wealth, security, self-worth, valuables, money, gains, and possessions. More earth energy, Taurus. Ruling planet, Venus. I always associate that with love and feminine energy. Hierophant, higher education, dealing with traditions and making your own traditions. Your sensuality. What are you resistant about? What are you stubborn about? Is it protecting yourself, or is it about hoarding another's gifts and opportunities? It can go either way. Duality. Are you on the good side or the bad side of karma? I have. Let that be part of your manifestation mantras. I have. Not I am, I'm going to, but I have and I am. Where your energy flows, that's where the reality will grow. Emerald. I really associate that color with royalty, purity also, the green and nature. Spring is significant. So by spring, a lot of people will start being more organized and on their way into their growth and development. Spring forward, that is actually in the new year area. Earth element, of course. It's a vulnerable time. Treat yourself with care. Stay grounded, practical, responsible, and resourceful with your energy, your time, your thoughts, and your words. Aquarius, I am not alone. Although solo dolo, you will quickly find if you're doing it correctly, connecting with your ancestors, your higher self, connecting with Source, the creator of all. You won't have a problem. You won't feel alone. You'll know that you're not alone. Uranus, again, strong Uranus energy, rules Aquarius, that water, that earth, not so much fire, but that water and earth balance, a little bit of fire. So yeah, those elements are here. This is a time for transformation, significant changes and new beginnings. Becoming more tech savvy, maybe an inspiration or a tool that you may have to invest in. You are a trailblazer, and this is your season, winter. I shuffled this deck. The bottom of the deck was, I am remarkable, I am unique, I am a one-of-a-kind divine design. Isn't it wild how this all goes together? The top of the deck was, my greatest good and what is meant for me will never miss me. We don't chase, we attract, we manifest. We stay on our post, in our lane. We stay focused, grounded. We pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, and elements. We meditate. We speak good, pure, honest, of self-only mantras of our own growth, of our own design. And that's what I have for the planetary and the golden mantras. That is our read for the signs and golden mantras. Peace out.